version. Guess the only spots around here is at the corners. That was a good sized fish. This acts like minnow. This could be the key, small minnows. Oh, that's a huge ZT that you caught. Very nice. Well done. So, come on. Let's try to get something on lure. I think it's possible. There are some rocks around the edges, so trying to walk the rocky edge is also a good idea. The problem in such small areas is a bit tough. Today at least there's only 2 anglers. The last time I was here there were 4 anglers, 5 anglers. So it's really very difficult to fish. Search the outside. ZT for sure. Oh, nice. Oh, nice fish. Yes. Alright. So hoping the soft plastic outside pays dividends. Is it tired out yet? No, it's still energetic. Decent size ZT. Okay, it's almost done. Oh, alright, look at that. Nice fish. Nice fish. perfectly lodged at the corner of the mouth. Best hook up. Okay, let's let her go. Nice silver tilapia. Okay, thank you. There you go. Yep, just holding there. Okay, now that we've broken the duck egg, then yeah, the ZTs are hanging outside at the deeper areas. So just hopping soft plastic would be an ideal technique. Let's see whether we will get lucky again. So what I would do in a situation like that, where you have very limited space to fish, is that from your position you try as much as possible to just fan cast the entire area, that water area that you're facing. Oh, that was a bite. So by doing so, you give yourself as much chances as possible to cover as much area, especially when working soft plastics. Something bit in front here. Let's try. Yes, there's a fish. I believe it. So this is twice already. Came back the third time. Right. Oh, it's a nice peacock. It's a nice peacock. Okay. Oh, I'm just gonna drag. Oh no! Ah, darn it. There she goes. Well, who says there's no fish? Yeah, just in front. Oh, it's always that head shake. That once it comes out of the water, it does the head shake. That's when you lose the fish. What a waste. Okay, we try again. Yes, there's a fish. Okay. Oh man, he broke me off.